Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here doing an afternoon live Q&A on here. I'll still be doing one, I believe, tomorrow evening. I usually do them Sunday evenings, usually when I get back from the walk at usually like 10:30 to 11, to 10:30 to 11 around that time is when I usually go live on Sunday. But I figured I would try doing one now since there's a lot of people, since I'm doing it, usually do it later on Sunday, Sunday evening late. Not as many people are on then, and they were saying, "Can you try and do one earlier?" And I did. I tried to do an early one, I think on a Monday, but I don't think I've ever done a live one on a Saturday afternoon. So I figured I might as well try it out now and see how it goes. Doing one now. So basically on here, guys, if you have any type of questions or any super chats or anything like that, totally ask me anything that you have on here. Let's see here. Someone says, if I wanted to get something signed by you, how would I go about sending it to you? I don't have a P.O. box now. I used to have a P.O. box years ago, you know, but back when I lived in Maryland. And I think I had one when I first moved out here. But the one in Maryland, I had so many problems with it because, I got, we used to get sent so much stuff, and then I got, a lot of weird junk mail to the P.O. box, and then I had to get rid of it because they would call me up every other day and say, "You need to get here now, you need to pick up this stuff." And this was after, just going there one day before. So, I haven't gotten a P.O. box since, just because of how crazy it would get with getting yelled at to go and pick it up and all that kind of stuff. Someone says, what would you say most of your collection comes from distributors, or do you pay for them? Well, I've been collecting since since DVDs were news. I mean, even before DVDs were, VHS. I had a huge VHS collection. I hardly have any left now, but I must have had back in the peak of the VHS that I had, I don't know, maybe a couple thousand, 2 or 3,000, something like that. I mean, there was a lot of tapes back in the day, and a lot of ones I regret getting rid of, weird things that never came out to DVD or anything like that. Just some strange, things I watched as a kid. Some of those weird, singing ones, and I don't know, it's just some of that weird stuff that's really valuable now. And I feel like I had more as a kid. I had some Zoobly Zoo tapes, and those are some of the rarest tapes for some reason because they've never put them out on DVD or anything like that. But yeah, no, when it comes to the copies that I have though, it's kind of a mixture because right now though, a lot of the studios aren't sending a lot of stuff because of what's going on. So I've been buying a lot more things, recently. If you guys seen the videos and stuff like that, but it's probably in the last, because I think I big time started doing reviews for the studios and that kind of stuff. I think starting in 2012 around then. But I did review for a couple places like Paramount and I think Disney and stuff like that back in Maryland. I think I got the first thing to review back in 2007, 2008, something like that. I believe that was when. Let's see here. Do you talk to with Wet Movie? Yeah, I talk to him usually on Instagram. Just we send Instagram, this voice messages and stuff like that. But we don't really talk on the phone too much anymore. I haven't talked to him on the phone in a long time. I think I talked to him a lot of times when I would see Danny. If we would drive to LA, we were driving back and stuff like that, then I would call from Danny's phone and we would talk for a while, just kind of on the way back and stuff like that. Have you watched Anguish yet? I still have to watch Anguish. That's one of those many things I still have to watch. I watched your latest 2 videos. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I put up a brand new Dollar Tree video, and I didn't want to drag around to a bunch of Dollar Trees, so I only went to one. And luckily enough, the first one I went to had the movies out. Because normally when I do the Dollar Tree ones, I usually go to I don't know, 4 or 5. And sometimes I go to more than I even show because some of them are so, there's just nothing in them. But this time I just went to the one location, which is normally the good one. And luckily enough, they had, the new movies in there. Because, I got so many different messages, people saying, "Are you going to show them? Are you going to show them?" And then I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. But I'm like, okay, I'll just get in and out, and look at them real fast and everything like that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then the other one I put up too is when I went to Walmart, it was getting tacos and some other things. I went and looked for those Ghostbusters figures because I saw some people posting about finding them, and and then when I was at Walmart, the one day, on Tuesday, I didn't see them, so I figured, okay, they're not out. But then I'm like, well, okay, if I have to get the taco stuff, I'll go to a different Walmart that I don't normally go to. It's one that I don't go to too often. And then luckily, if they had them, so yeah, there's two ones up if you guys haven't seen them, the Dollar Tree one, and then the Ghostbusters toy video. And I will be putting up too a brand new out of print video. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up on, because tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow night I'm gonna go live as well. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it up either Monday, or if the horror pack comes, because I'm waiting for the DVD horror pack so I can do the horror pack unboxing. So if that comes on Monday, I'll probably put the out of print one up sometime next week. But yeah, that one will be coming soon, a brand new out of print one. Let's see here. I was an extra in Shaun of the Dead. You inspired me. Oh, that's cool that you were in Shaun of the Dead. Can you see your character in there? In the scene that you were in. Let's see here. Where are we now? So I don't mix anything up. Let's see. Have you seen the Heartbreak Kid, the 1972 one? Yes, like that. That has like the classic pecan pie scene in there. If you guys never seen that, that's a great movie with Charles Grodin. The original Heartbreak Kid. That's one of those ones that's never come to Blu-ray or anything like that. So hopefully at some point that comes out. There was a remake of the Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller, which when I first saw it, I really, really disliked it. Then I watched it again not that long ago, and it's watchable. It's not great at all, but it's watchable. I really like the scenes of him. I don't want to ruin anything about it, but he's like trying to get back to a certain area, and he goes through all these troubles and everything like that. And if you guys have any super chat questions as well, that super chat is on. So those are huge helps to the channel on here. Let's see. Have you seen the 2004 TV series Wonder Falls? Just got the DVD set while here in quarantine. I think I saw that. I remember the cover to that one. I believe I got that one on DVD when that first released. I'm pretty sure. Hey man, I followed you since 2010. I love it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching since 2010. How's Dweebo doing? Yeah, he's doing good. He just doesn't really do, in the videos. But yeah, he's doing great though. What are you hoping to get movie-wise in the month of May? In May, there's a number of stuff coming out, like Birds of Prey comes out. I think The Invisible Man releases. There's actually quite a few things, in May to come out. Let's see. Hey Sean, do you like the movie Stuart Saves His Family? It's an SNL movie. Yeah, Stuart Saves His Family. I like a lot of those SNL movies, and I know like some people really don't like them. Like my favorite of them, even though I know it's not the best movie, but it's like fun to me. I think it's a really fun movie to watch. Is It's Pat. Like, and I've talked about that in the past. Like I said, I know it's not a great movie by any means, but sometimes you just want to watch like a fun, dumb, stupid movie. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, like when it comes to comedies, sometimes dumb comedies are the most ones that you can find yourself watching more than some of the classic comedies. I don't know why. I've always been kind of weird with like comedies, the ones that I like. Usually the ones I like, nobody else does. Who's the rudest actor you've met? The one actor that was I didn't care for the guy too much, who was in Ghost Shark, who was the guy, he was in there, he was in like Night Court and stuff like that. He just kind of had a peculiar attitude, because I said, how's everything going? And he's like, oh, it's horrible. And he had this weird mood and everything like that. So yeah, he wasn't the greatest. I see a $5 super chat on here from Raymond Kennedy. Thanks so much, Raymond, for your $5 super chat. Like I said, the super chats are a huge help to the channel, so really appreciate them. But let's see here. Raymond said, how do you think the pandemic is going to affect the movie awards? What is the best movie you've seen so far in 2020? I haven't seen a ton of new films in 2020, because since everything closed and all that kind of stuff. But new ones that I've seen recently, I saw Vivarium, which I really liked. It's a very strange movie. It feels like an episode of like The Twilight Zone. It has that kind of vibe to it, and that stars Imogen Poots and who else? And Jesse Eisenberg, which I actually really like that one. What else have I watched recently that was really good? I can't think of anything else that like that I saw that I absolutely loved recently, because there hasn't been that much stuff. I watched that Guns Aminko one that I bought last Tuesday, and that one was actually pretty good too. That's basically like the movie Nerve mixed with like Crank and mixed with like Hardcore Henry, that like all kind of like all them kind of mixed together. But when it comes to like award season with the pandemic, yeah, like I don't know what will happen with that, because since there's so few movies getting released, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes out starting like July and August is when they're going to start releasing more things. And I think I heard too with the awards they're going to allow this year movies that are on Netflix and streaming platforms, to go and be eligible, because there was a lot of big to do in the past like year or two about like, oh, if a movie's a Netflix movie, can it be part of the contenders for Best Picture and all that kind of stuff, and they had to, with the way the kind of the loophole of getting the Netflix movies be contenders for Academy Awards was they were putting them in like limited theaters, so they would put them in like, I think it had to be like 20, 30 theaters. I don't know how many it had to be, screens that the movie had to go to, so that was kind of how they got around it being a Netflix movie. So like now though, because of everything, from what I heard, they're not going to require that this year. So there'll probably be a lot more contenders of things that were like Netflix movies and straight to streaming kind of stuff that normally might not have been contenders. Just because of everything in the world. Let's see here. Let's see. How do you afford all of your movies? I guess pretty much, like I said, I'm really lucky to get a lot of different things from the studios to review in my videos, just from doing these for so many years now. So that really helps. And then just, the money that I make through YouTube and their super chats and all that kind of stuff. All those different things, help with the videos and that kind of stuff. But that's the main kind of stuff. Are you going to any events after the lockdown? Honestly, I don't even know, because everything's canceled. Like everything that I would do has been canned. Like San Diego Comic Con in July, they canceled that. They canceled, a lot of the horror conventions. Everything's been canceled. So like when it opens up again, I don't know what the first event will be. You know what I mean? Like I really don't know, because so many of the summer ones are already canned. They aren't going to happen. So it would probably be like fall stuff. You know what I mean? Like when things do open up though, I will be, when it's safe to fly and all that kind of stuff. There is a bunch of different movies that I'm going to be doing, acting wise. So I'll be doing a lot of that kind of stuff. So that'll probably be more than the next, stuff that I'm doing. Favorite Halloween sequel besides the original. I've talked about this a lot, but out of the sequels, I really like the third movie, even though I know it's its own thing, and some people really dislike it, or some people really love it, but that's definitely the one that I like. Top five, let's see. Hey, Coolduder, I'm a horror fan from Sweden, and I'm a movie collector with 3,000 movies. I have followed you in 5 years, but now I think you have a Swedish movie in your collection. I think I have some Swedish movies. I don't know offhand. Probably some horror films. Top five terrifying horror films. I'm never great at doing like top five lists, but like really scary ones, like I've talked about a lot. Session 9 is a really good one. It's hard. I'm never great at that. I always need to really think about it before. That's why I can never like. Anytime I do those lists, it takes me forever to like to think about it. What part are you playing in Clown Motel 2? I'm basically like Tony Moran's one of his like henchmen, like working with him, trying to go back to the Clown Motel and like rescue somebody. That's basically what I'm doing. I haven't gotten the script yet, so I don't know exactly all the details and that kind of stuff in it. What do you think of the original April Fool's movie? That's one I really liked. I wish, though, that on the Blu-ray that just came out, they would have been able to find the original ending, because there's a totally different ending that was shot. Well, it wasn't really original ending. It was kind of like a longer ending. That something really different happens in that movie. You think it's one thing and then it ends up being something else. So hopefully at some point that like scene gets seen. If someone finds that, but I don't know if it will ever. It's one of those things, kind of like the deleted scenes in both the Bill and Ted movies, that like kind of like in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, there was like a prom scene that they filmed that's never been seen. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. How do you make all the money for the movie shopping? Like I said, pretty much just through YouTube. Through YouTube is the main way that I make any kind of money that I have, or the acting stuff that I do, which everything lately has been paying, so that's really good. Like I'm not doing things anymore, where it's like not no money in it at all. Let's see here. Do you have a day job? Pretty much, like the only day job I've had like was at the movie theaters before I moved. So I was there for 2 years at Regal Cinema, Hunt Valley 12. So that was where I was, and if you see the early vlogs, I filmed out front of there a lot and all that kind of stuff. I used to, like, back in the day, I like I kind of like talked way too much about like where I was and like where my brother was in school and all these kind of things. I didn't think back then. It was kind of like I was like really talking about a lot of stuff back in the day. Um, do you like XXX Temptations? I don't know his music too well, but my brother though, listen to him. Favorite place in San Diego? Um, in San Diego itself, like where do I go? I don't go down to like downtown San Diego too much. So like I don't go to a lot of that kind of stuff. Like 'cause I don't really go to bars or any of that kind of stuff. Um, like I guess I would say like in San Diego, like the zoos are my favorite things. Like the Wild Animal Park and the main San Diego Zoo. I guess I would say those ones are the main ones that I like. I see a let's see a $2 super. I see a super chat that just came in. Yeah, for a $2 super chat from Nice Moan. So it's NICMOAN. What's your favorite Wes Craven's movie? And thanks so much, Nice Moan, for the super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to the channel. But Wes Craven movie, my favorite, honestly, is People Under the Stairs. Like that's like I know that's not the most talked about of his movies. When you hear his films, you think of Scream more, and like maybe Hills Have Eyes and some of that kind of stuff. But I would really say that my favorite is People Under the Stairs, and then the other one that I really love is Deadly Friend, the Christy Swanson movie, which another one you really don't hear about. That's never had a Blu-ray release or anything like that, but that's a really, really great one. If you guys have never seen Deadly Friend, that's one I would definitely recommend you check out. And I see a $2 super chat here from Raymond Kennedy. Thanks so much, Raymond, for the super chat. Will you ever have a meetup with your fans? Stay safe. I've never done like a meetup. I've done like if I've met people at conventions, like when I at Comic Con and horror conventions and stuff like that, like the most places I get would be like recognized in a thing like that would be at the horror conventions, like those ones, especially like if me and Brendan are both there together, it's like every second we have somebody. So like that's the only kind of meetup thing we've ever done was like just at conventions. But when it comes to like an actual meetup, I don't know, maybe like sometime if I did it, I'd like to do it if it was like me, Brendan, Luna, or something like that, where it was kind of like a group. You know what I mean? Because it'd be kind of weird if I was just there myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I really would like to do it, just by myself like that. And I see a $20 super chat here from Sober Sunsets. Thanks so much, Sober Sunsets, for the super chat. Like I said, guys, super chats are a huge help to the channel, so totally appreciate them so much. But Sober Sunsets asked, I enjoyed Guns Akimbo. What a crazy movie. I'm surprised how many great movies that Daniel Radcliffe has been in. No, I watched that Guns Akimbo, like I was saying a couple days ago, because I bought the Blu-ray at Walmart on Tuesday, and I watched it that night. It was one of those ones, because a lot of times if I buy something, sometimes I get it and don't watch it right away. That was one of those ones that I really wanted to watch. I also am a big fan of Samara Weaving, who was in Ready or Not. She looks so much like Margot Robbie, though. Everyone always says that, but no, I agree. Daniel Radcliffe is in a lot of really great things lately, and like much more like off the wall wacky stuff, like the Swiss Army Man, the one where he's like playing a corpse in the movie. I don't know. I always like his stuff, but yeah, Guns Akimbo really was one. If you guys are curious about that one, like I said, it's kind of like a movie like Crank mixed with Nerve, especially like Nerve. It definitely has like more of an R-rated, intense Nerve mixed with Crank, and those ones all kind of combined into one. Let's see here. Try and make sure I don't miss anything. Where was I now? Um, yeah, I always like what I do is like I've said in the past is like if I get a super chat, I go to the super chat, and some of them though you can click the thing. Other ones though, if it's like a $2 one, yeah, I scroll down to it and then go back to where I was. So I am not like totally like up to date with the questions, so I kind of have to scroll back and forth. Let's see though, where was I on here now? And someone said, do you squint a lot? Do you need glasses or something? They asked me that one time. No, it's just like sometimes, just trying to, because it's kind of small on here and it's like against this black background. So sometimes it's hard to see it. Let's see here. What do you think of Danger, Diabolic, or Targets? Boris Karloff, 1968. I don't think I've seen either of those ones. Do you enjoy playing video games? Do you like Resident Evil games? Yeah, back in the day, I played like all the Resident Evil games. I think I played them on like PlayStation 1. But I used to get so, like, I'm really OCD, so I would get so obsessed with those games. So like if I was playing like Resident Evil, like I had to beat it. So like I would be like playing it nonstop like crazy, and because I have a really bad like addictive personality, with certain things. So like with video games, I have to be really careful. Like I'm playing Animal Crossing. That's the one game that I'm playing now, and that game is kind of, is not as much complex stuff to it where you get as obsessed. So yeah, that's why I don't play too many video games. Um, what movies you regret not seeing in theaters should come in theaters when they reopen? Um, I didn't see Bloodshot in theaters, and I watched that one. I thought that was alright. I didn't love that one. But there's not too many other things though that were in theaters that I missed seeing. Because I pretty much saw most of the stuff up till then. The last movie that I saw in theaters though, before they all closed, was The Hunt. Um, have you heard of Let's see here. What do you like bologna? No, I don't eat any meat anymore. So back in the day, I used to eat bologna sometimes. Have you heard of Sony Crackle? Yeah, like Sony Crackle, I always think of that's kind of like the funny streaming service. Because I think in the Halloween spoof, I said, oh, you want to crackle and chill? I don't think anyone even got that joke. Are you getting Bloodshot on Tuesday? Like I said, I got a code of that one, since a lot of the places aren't sending copies right now. I got the digital code of it. But I did order a copy because I ordered a couple weeks ago because Target had this buy two get one free sale going on. So I got like that one. I bought The Lodge, and then the one I got for free, because it's not a great movie, but I liked it enough. If I got it for free, was the movie, The Boy 2. So that was the one I considered the free one. The Lodge one though, that's one of those ones I can't wait to watch. That's one of the ones that's this Tuesday as well. Um, is American fast food different from Canadian fast food? I don't think so, because I mean, I watch sometimes that guy Ken Dominic, and he gets food that's sort of the same. Like the only thing that's different sometimes is like from what I've seen, like Canada has like different versions of things, or like the way they make the sandwich sometimes has something different on it, or that kind of thing, or sometimes they have like exclusive items that they don't have here, and that kind of stuff. Um, what do you think of the Night of the Living Dead remake directed by Tom Savini? Sucks he couldn't do all he wanted to in the film. The gore, he barely had time. I actually like the Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini did. I thought that was actually a very, probably one of the better, or if not best, at least the top 10, like, remakes. And they kind of made that movie too to finally profit off of the original movie, because something got screwed up with the copyright on the original Night of the Living Dead, and then like they didn't have the copyright on it. Then the movie ended up going to public domain. So George Romero never really made a lot of money on that. So when they kind of made the remake, George Romero was the producer on it. So it was kind of like the way to potentially make some money with that one. What's your favorite snack? Well, like what I like is you can't really get it anymore because they're all closed. Is Menchie's. That was like my favorite thing to get. Yogurtland is still open. I go there like sometimes once a week, but there's not. Well, that was like the main thing that I really liked. Let's see here. Have you had a chance to try the Captain Crunch pancakes? I know I haven't tried those ones yet. Who do you think? Oh, Attack of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Or you mean Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Yeah, I've watched that movie so many times. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on Foul Play, Goldie Hawn, Chevy Chase, and Deal of the Century, Chevy Chase movie? I don't think I've ever watched Deal of the Century. I know I bought a copy of it when it first released, but I've never watched it. The Foul Play, though, that was one of the Chevy Chase ones that I always liked, that I always felt like was kind of the underrated Chevy Chase movie that you don't hear about too often. What kind of home setup do you have? I have a 4K 5.1 audio. I have a 4K TV, a 4K player. I never have really like expensive sound systems. I've gotten them in the past, but they're so loud, and like in the room that I'm in, like I'm always afraid that like it may like the neighbors might say something. They never have in like the 10 years that we've been here, but if I put like a thing with big old bass, because that's the one thing about the surround sound, is sometimes the bass in it is so intense. So like every time I've gotten surround sound systems, I like used it once, then I'm like, oh, this is really loud. You know what I mean? So yes. Can we get a detailed description of the Revenge of the Nerds 2006 Comic Con? Well, there wasn't really a description of it because at Comic Con 2006 they were doing this kind of a thing where you could go in and like kind of audition to be in the Revenge of the Nerds remake, and you like one person would like win. They kind of went in and see like they said inviting all nerds to come in and like talk to see if they get picked. I feel bad for whoever won that though because that movie got scrapped. If you guys didn't know, they actually was going to be a Revenge of the Nerds remake, and like Efren Ramirez, you know, who played Pedro Sanchez in Napoleon Dynamite, he was one of the stars of the film, and they shot the movie for like 2 weeks, and then they like the school or something got so pissed off that the noise they were making and their, I guess the content of the movie or something like that, the school told them to get out, so they they just shut down the whole movie. So somewhere is like footage of this like scrapped Revenge of the Nerds movie, which would be amazing if somebody just cut together what they had or something, because it'd be kind of funny to see it. I don't even know if there was ever any pictures that were leaked of it, but all there ever was a little flyer thing that I grabbed. They was promoting the thing. Just got recommended the video with you, Sinistark and Brendan at the water park. I really missed those videos of you going out and doing stuff like that with your friends. Yeah, there's none of that right now, and I do wonder if, like, you know, when things like water parks will open, because those are the kind of places too where you couldn't really wear a mask, because you know what I mean. Like, I think that when like Disney opens and all those kind of things, they're going to require you to wear a mask. But like in a water park, what are they going to do? Because the mask would get soaked going down those slides and all that. So things like that may be a long time till they open. And from what I've heard, a lot of things, like the theme parks are like phase 3, so that's like a ways off. Are You Afraid of the Dark series is playable and Goosebumps looking to buy, but what is Burn Demand? Oh wait a minute, so it says, Are You Afraid of the Dark series, is it playable and Goosebumps looking to buy, and what is Burn Demand? Well, with Goosebumps, the Goosebumps are not released in the U.S. as like a season sets or anything like that. They just released like volumes, so there's like 30 separate episode things they release of those, something like that. But with Afraid of the Dark, when it comes to Burn Demand, yeah, the ones for Afraid of the Dark, the seasons you can order on Amazon, those ones are Burn Demand. So basically it means it's like if you order the disc, the company will make it for you. So the bottom of the disc is blue for Burn Demand DVDs 90% of the time. So yeah, it'd be like a blue disc on the bottom. So yeah, you can play them fine. Sometimes they don't play in like some like video game systems that have a DVD or Blu-ray player on them. Sometimes, like I think Xbox and stuff like that sometimes has problems with them. But the Canadian versions, if you can order those ones or you can find them cheap, those ones are like genuine, like regular discs. Those aren't Burn Demand ones. Let's see. I believe I see a super chat that just came in here from Craig Thompson. Thanks so much, Craig Thompson, for your your $2 super chat here. What are your thoughts on the Lumberjack Man? When it comes to the Lumberjack Man, wasn't that with Michael Madsen, I believe? That was I think that was in the After Dark Horror Fest or 8 Films to Die For. One of those horror fests, I remember. I can't remember which one, but yeah, Lumberjack Man though, that was actually really fun because I really like those kind of comedy horror films that are goofy, and the movie kind of had like a vibe too of something like Sleepaway Camp a little bit. It had like that kind of throwback, style and that kind of stuff. Someone said the mic is low. It shouldn't be low. Let me look on the thing. I might not be talking as loud because I don't want to be loud right now. But it's looking at the audio mixer thing. It seems to be okay. And I see a $20 super chat that came in here from the Crown Empire. Thanks so much, Crown Empire, for your $20 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Are a huge help to the channel, so thanks so much for those of you who have given them. But here's Crown Empire's, it's Crown the Empire. So that's his channel. He says, "Hey Sean, been watching you forever, and you've been such a huge inspiration for me, and I actually wrote a story I want to try and write a script for. Thank you for being such an inspiration." Yeah, no, thanks so much, Crown Empire. Like I said, thanks so much for your super chat donation, and I hope too that you get to turn the story into a script. Let's see here. Looking forward to the 4K release of the Blues Brothers this month. Yeah, the Blues Brothers is one of those movies too, which I don't know if I've ever watched the whole movie fully. I don't know why. I have no idea why. The 4K though that is coming out though that I know I'm interested in for sure is Jaws, and I think I've heard talk too that they may be announcing soon, or maybe I don't think they did yet, but soon. Back to the Future is one on 4K, which is one of those ones I 100% buy. Because a lot of things I don't like to buy again, but something like that, because I haven't bought that movie on Blu-ray or anything like that since the original Blu-rays came out. Do you like the Beetlejuice animated series and Free Willy animated series? I will say I totally do not remember the Free Willy animated series. Like, I totally don't even remember that that existed. But the Beetlejuice animated series, yeah, as a kid, I've been watching that one forever. And how come? And the next question was, how come you've been acting in so many horror movies? Is it just connections, or do you audition for a lot of stuff? Well, I've been doing it for so long now, since 2008. So it's kind of just like a mixture of connections. I haven't really auditioned much. Like maybe over the years, maybe like 5 times, something like that. Not a lot. A lot of times people just kind of, because like I'm usually for the most part playing myself or a really wacky character. And you know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm sort of like a Pauly Shore or a Tom Green. It's kind of like I'm who I am. You know what I mean? Like there's no like huge like Tom Cruise kind of performance or something. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like Sean C. Phillips is Sean C. Phillips is Sean C. Phillips, or Sean C. Phillips is somebody peculiar. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a crazy person. Like that's kind of what I do. But it's like that. But it's all been. Or people want me to play like a vlogger. So I've done a lot of that where like in the UK there's a company where I've shot a number of things for them, like for their film, like The Tooth Fairy. What were some of the other ones that I filmed recently? I think the Mermaid, like a new Mermaid one that comes out in June. I'm gonna be talking about a one called The Candy Witch, and I basically play like a vlogger, like myself, and in the movies and stuff like that, characters look up like the history of certain things, and they kind of like watch my video and they give me like a script of what to say, and some of them are just like a couple lines, and then some of them are like a whole big like couple paragraphs, like talking about the lore of the water witches and stuff like that. Let's see here. Hey, Coolduder. It's good to see you again. Lucky for you, I know a lot of new movie news. Oh, that's cool. But good to see you on here. Hopefully there's some people that on here now, too, that I don't normally get to talk to on here. Because, like I said, I'm trying at a different time now. After the stay-at-home order is done, you should go shop at your local malls for things other than movies, and show us the things you're interested in. No, I'll probably, honestly, when things like that open, like when the malls open back up again and that kind of stuff, I'll definitely do at least 1 or 2 videos, just showing, what the malls are like, kind of just walking around, like, probably go to one of the better malls, you know what I mean, like, just kind of show like what it's like when they open up again, and also maybe I'll just do a video of like what malls are like and go to like 1 or 2, and then like see what stores don't open again, and kind of just like kind of look around at them. That's not a bad idea. I do want to too when Disney opens go back, but I don't think I'll go back right away. That's one of those kind of things I'll wait a little while for something like that. But like a mall, it's not gonna be that busy. Let's see here. Did you like Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge? I have not seen that one, so let me know how that one, was. Like I said, sorry if the audio is low. I have it turned all the way up on this thing, on here. It seems to, when I'm looking at the audio mixer, it's not like peaking or anything like that. I think I might just not be talking too loud. So sometimes I talk really like loud, so that might be what it is. Let's see here. I bet you own 29-foot shotgun. No, I've never owned any, guns or anything like that. Anything like that. Do you think Best Buy has the best website to order online? Well, when I was, if you guys see on the Tuesday videos when I show like the releases and stuff like that, sometimes it says not sold in stores or not available. So I've been noticing that sometimes. For some reason, the best store when they have everything out, surprisingly, is Walmart. I have no idea why, but Walmart really is the best place to find everything. Like 90% of the time can find the movies that come out. I don't know. I like that they carry a lot of indie horror movies because and they've carried a lot of things that I've acted in, so they kind of are better. Happy. I'm like they're kind of cool in my book if they carry anything that I haven't ever been in, and they've carried a lot throughout the years, so I'm always happy about that. But they seem to have for like the best place to find stuff. The best quality store though is Best Buy though. Like when but they don't have as much stuff anymore. Anyone else excited for the new Ghostbusters movie? No, like I can't wait for that. When I know it's been like really delayed. I know they delayed the new Saw movie Spiral till 2021 now. Let's see here. No pizza for you. Sean, what is your favorite fruit? Cherries or lemons? Cherries. Like lemons is too sour. Are you ever going to go to the Quarter Bush? I do not know what that is. Do you think Gotcha Anthony Edwards and the Wildlife Chris Penn? Did you think Gotcha Anthony Edwards and the Wildlife Chris Penn? I don't know. I don't think I've seen that movie. I think I don't. I mean, if you're asking about the Wildlife movie, no, I've never seen that one. What movies can I see you in? I would look on. Well, I did a video called a couple weeks ago called "The Movies That I Acted In," so you guys can check out that video. And on there, though, I give links to where you can watch them because a lot of them are available for free to watch on Tubi, and some of them are on Amazon Prime, but a lot on Tubi. So if you guys want to watch some of them, a lot of them are on there. And like Ghostquake, the sci-fi movie. I don't know if Ghost Shark is on any of those things or not. That's on DVD though, but most of them are on DVD and all that kind of stuff too. But like I said, check out the Tubi one. I kind of taught. I mean, check out the video I put up a couple weeks ago about the movies that I acted in. Have you ever heard of the movie called Webs from 2003? It was released by Image Entertainment. Kind of interesting. Webs? No, I've never seen that one. Let's see here. Are you excited for Bill and Ted Face the Music? Yeah, I keep on waiting for whenever they're going to put a trailer out for that. And I really do hope it gets to go to theaters. Because to me, that would be really cool to see it. As I mean, it was supposed to, but I feel like that Valley Girl movie was supposed to be for theaters too, unless I'm wrong, and that's gone straight to streaming. So I really hope they are able to release it in theaters. Because to me, I remember seeing Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in theaters when I was in camp. Was when that released. I think I was in like Friends day camp, and I remember like being obsessed with that movie then, and thinking I was a robot and acting like I could take my face off and stuff. So I don't know, just to me it'd be really cool to see another Bill and Ted movie in theaters. Um, let's see here. Hey Sean, are you doing any movies? Like right now I'm shooting stuff for my house movies. So there's one that I'm working on called the Amityville Hex, which is like about a cursed thing that people read it, bad things happen to them. So I've been working on that one. I shot my scenes for that, and then I've worked to bring in people like actors and stuff like that, like indie horror actors and that kind of stuff to shoot scenes and stuff for it as well. And then it already has distribution, which is really exciting because I don't want to say who's putting it out yet, but for it to already have distribution when we're still working on it is really exciting. And I think you guys are going to really like it, and I go really crazy. I'm also shot some stuff for this zombie movie, a sequel to the movie Virus of the Dead, so I've shot some scenes for that. And then there's a couple other ones that I'm going to be putting together, like this serial killer type one, too. So that'll be one of the other ones. But yeah, I've done a lot of stuff for my house. I don't. People keep saying about the audio. Maybe is it coming through the headphones? Is the audio better now? Because like I had the headphones plugged in, and that might be why. Because I had I had this plugged in, and see when this is plugged in, sometimes it ends up having the audio go through this speaker here. So I unplugged that now. So hopefully that makes the audio better. I'm still looking at the mixture, and it seems okay. So let me know in the comments. I'll scroll down to the bottom. Does the audio seem louder now on here? Does the audio seem louder to you right now, guys? Like I said, I unplugged the thing, so hopefully it sounds no. And now someone just said now it seems better. Yeah, so there's not really too much more I can adjust on it. It's pretty much just yeah. Someone says better now. That's so much better. Okay, so yeah, I've done, I can't say bad words on here anymore. Apparently, with the YouTube ads, you have to like admit if you say bad words or something like that. So I can't. So, but I've effed up big time having this thing plugged in. So now I've learned to take this and unplug this damn thing, or as they would say, like Napoleon Dynamite, unplug this freaking thing. Yeah, because even when I was shooting some stuff over Zoom for this movie, I had it plugged in like this, and I'm like, damn, the audio. I don't want the audio from like this. So yeah, now I've learned, and or wear this thing and then because the speaker's right here, but I think it's better unplugged like that. But I don't know why it didn't occur to me till now, but now at least now it's better. So now at least that's fixed 40 minutes in. But I'll be on here probably. I usually do this for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And any of you guys who just came on, like I said, I was trying out Saturday. Because I haven't done a live show on Saturday to see if there's different people that come in. 'Cause a lot of times, because I'll be doing one tomorrow night too, because I usually always do them after my walk when I get home on Sunday night. But I wanted to try one in the afternoon. And if you guys have any super chats, the super chat is on. Like I said, the super chats are a huge help to the channel and the videos and everything. So let's see here. And hopefully I'm not missing any of these ones. Be sure to tell them Large Marge sent you. Um, yes, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Are you watching TV shows? California Raisins, Punky Brewster series. I watched California Raisins as a little kid, and same with Punky Brewster. I have the DVDs of most seasons of Punky Brewster. I haven't watched that in forever, and I know they're bringing the show back now, which looks kind of interesting. It's going to be kind of weird. It's like certain people, you don't really expect them to have kids themselves. Like somebody like Punky Brewster, you really wouldn't like expect like her to have a kid. I don't know. It's some people just sort of seem like they would never have kids, and Punky Brewster doesn't seem like the kind of person that would have kids. Let's see here. And they always do that too when they bring back a show. It always ends up going in that directions where they have to like have kids because otherwise, I guess they don't know what to do with the show otherwise. Um, let's see here. Sean must check out Stranger Things. Yeah, I don't know why I've never watched that. Dark Angel TV show on Blu-ray. No, that one's never came to Blu-ray. Do you like Doctor Who? I've seen a couple episodes of the show throughout the years. Not a whole ton of them though. Hey, Duder, what are your favorite era of horror? 70s, 90s, etc. To me, I think the best are the 80s, and then probably the 70s and 80s. But 80s is like my top favorite for horror movies. I feel like they made the best ones. Um, do you think? Do you know if they ever made VHS and DVDs of 80s TV shows? Dance Party USA, I would kill to get a copy. I don't think so. I think I remember seeing a. No, even you said VHS or DVDs. I know I've never seen DVD, but I feel like maybe I saw a VHS at like a thrift store, or maybe Danny the Cinestalker found one. I would message Danny the Cinestalker. Like he might know better with that if that ever had a VHS release for that one. And I believe I see a super chat that came in here from sorry, I'm pushing the wrong buttons on here. A $2 super chat here from Raymond Kennedy. Thanks so much, Raymond, for your super chat donation. Like I said, really appreciate the super chats. Are a huge help to the channel. Let's see here. Show people what they want. Shiny dome. Yeah, a quick flash, $2 flash of the balding head. Everybody wants the balding head flash. I see a $5 super chat here from Griff Redux. Yeah, and thanks so much, Griff, for your super chat donation. I know you've given a lot, in the last live show, so I really appreciate your donation, Griff. But Griff said, "Hey, Sean, what happened to the teacher in the chalk incident?" Yeah, if you guys don't know about that, when I was in a place called the school I went to was Dunbar Middle School. There was a teacher. I don't want to say his name, but his name was like kind of like there was like a Sean Astin movie that he was in with a name. That's basically all I'll say. And basically though. I wasn't paying attention very well in class, and I didn't like the teacher. It was like a math class, and the teacher was like a serious ass. And he used to give me grief too because he found out about that I collected DVDs, and he used to always give me crap about him and go, "Oh, have you seen this one?" And then he was like saying, "Oh, I don't like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey." I don't know. He was giving me all kinds of crap, and then crap that I wasn't paying attention well and anything. And then he was like, he wanted to get my attention, and he threw a piece of chalk at me, and it hit me right in the eye, like beamed me in the eye. Like I was lucky it didn't blind me. And then the teacher I had in the class, who was like the teacher's assistant in there, because I always had like in school like IEP because I was never very ADD and all that kind of stuff in school. Like if I didn't care, I couldn't pay attention well. So I had like a helping teacher in there, and she said in the hallway, "Sean, don't tell anybody yet. Don't tell your parents about this. Let's just let this go." And I was pissed. And of course, I told my parents because I mean, this guy threw chalk in my eye, and it became this whole nightmare thing. And we were thinking about like suing the school because of this, and trying to get rid of the teacher. And we moved. I had to like it screwed up the whole year. I think it was the seventh grade.
and then I ended up, or 7th or 8th grade, and I had to like move to a different class and all these different things. So it was a total mess. So yeah, that was a disaster. But the teacher, as far as I know, still continued working at the school, but that was so long ago. Who knows what happened to him? I see Blu-ray Dan in here. Thanks for coming on, Blu-ray Dan. What's your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie aside from the original? Definitely, Part Two. Um, what do you think of the latest Star Wars movie? A lot of people didn't like the latest Star Wars movie, but I really didn't have a problem with it. I actually really liked it. Um, I never had a like to me it didn't seem very bad, but I'm never like the hugest like follower of Star Wars to the point where I like know everything about it. I've seen all of them though, but like I don't like I'm not the biggest fan of all time. Like I'm kind of weird when it comes to Star Wars. Like I would if you guys said to me, "Oh, you could watch the Ewok movies on Blu-ray, or you could watch the Star Wars movies." I'd be, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch the Ewok movies." Like I guess it was because I grew up watching those as a little kid, and those were what I saw first. So I always loved the Ewoks. Have you seen My Demon Lover horror film? Scott Valentine, great comedy horror film. No, I've never seen that. I've heard of it, but I've never seen that one. Sean School, the leprechaun went to school with nothing on. Teacher told him what to wear. Polka dot underwear. I don't know. I like Serpent in the Rainbow. Yeah, Serpent in the Rainbow is a great movie. A favorite Lynch film. I'm a huge fan of Racerhead and Fire Walk with Me. Probably Blue. Probably Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart. Wild at Heart's probably my favorite of all of them. And then Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Have you seen the movie Brightburn? Yeah, that Brightburn was a cool, a horror superhero film. You should visit Trejo's Tacos. Yeah, I've never been, so I definitely need to go to one of them. It'd be cool to go if when he was there, and to see him again. Because like if you guys didn't know, I worked with him in that movie Ghostquake. Do you remember Buy Toy Animal House, John Belushi figure, bobblehead, and Burger King, the Jetsons movie? Well, the Jetsons toys were for Wendy's. Wendy's had those ones because I remember Wendy's had a huge promotion for the Jetsons movie. The Animal House, John Belushi bobblehead. I don't remember if I've ever seen that one. Have you heard they are making a Jaws remake called Moose Jaws? It's about a killer moose in Canada. Yeah, I wonder if Kevin Smith's going to still do that movie because that was kind of the direction that he was going before he kind of came back again with Jan Silent Bob. Because for a while he was like saying, "Oh, I don't really want to do Jan Silent Bob anymore. I want to do other things." So then he was doing like Yoga Hosers and some of those other ones like Tusk. I wonder if he'll still do that. Honestly, I really do because I know he wants to do the next Clerks movie and he wants to do Mallrats 2. So yeah, I really wonder. What's your favorite Pee Wee's Big Adventure moment? Probably my favorite moment in there is the Large Marge one. That was always like my favorite one in there. Also, no, honestly, I think my favorite one, to be honest, and it's probably one of my favorite moments in film history, is when the guy comes brings Pee Wee's bike to Francis and says, "Fork over the money for lifting it for you, Bucks ton." I don't know. For some reason, I love that character. He was also that actor was in the movie Just Before Dawn, the slasher movie. He was in a couple other things, but that to me, that like is like a scene stealing. Like you remember that scene so much, and even though the guy's in the movie for like a minute, you really remember it. And like I'm not gonna lie, I always wished, even as a kid, I could have seen scenes of that guy stealing Pee Wee's bike because I feel like he would have been like a bumbling fool. And I love how he was like a Fonz kind of greaser guy. And I see a $2 super chat here from Raymond Kennedy. Sorry for the hat request, all in good fun. Yeah, no problem, Raymond Kennedy. Thanks so much for your super chat. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats. A big help to the videos. Let's see here. Have you seen? I talked about that one. Um, I remember the shrimp burritos you used to get back in the old videos. Yeah, I used to always get shrimp burritos. That was like the one thing I was always getting. Let's see here. Sean, what have you seen Spirited Away? Yeah, I saw that one in theaters when that one originally released. Are you going to pick up Justice League's Apocalypse War? I don't know. I'm not sure if I will. Like, I've seen a lot of the animated ones, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that one or not. I'm squinting to see if that is Kurt Vaughn on the wall to the right. As a deadhead, it intrigued me that Jerry Garcia owned the movie rights to Sirens of Titan. Is that a Kurt Vaughn? No, I don't think that's what that is on there. No. He's way behind on questions. Yeah, I'm trying to get ahead. I'm trying to make sure I don't ask ones that I've talked about a lot Have you seen Jack's Back and Zombie High? Yeah, I have reviews of both those ones up. Zombie High. I don't. I think I don't. I totally don't remember what happened, but I know I reviewed those ones though. Hey Sean, you go on your 10-mile walk. Do you have your mask off? Um, yeah, when I do the 10-mile walk, I bring a mask along. We usually go later, so there's not many people out. But basically, what we do is if we see somebody coming our direction or anything like that, we put the mask on. Um, Playing any video games lately? Yeah, the only one I'm playing, like I was saying earlier, was the new Animal Crossing. Have you seen the horror film What Lies Beneath and Lipstick? Chris Sarandon. I've never seen Lipstick, but I know I've seen What Lies Beneath. That one I need to watch that again. I have not seen that in forever. I've lost 123 pounds on the keto diet, but I'm struggling with sugar addiction, which results in more cheat days. How do you deal with your sugar cravings? Um, I don't follow like a keto type thing. So like with me, I'm just so much of paying attention just to the calories and like that kind of stuff. Um, but like the only thing that I would have that's like a lot of sugar is Menchie's when I would get that, but they're not open anymore now. So I haven't had Menchie's in I guess like a month, a little over a month or something like that. I guess yeah, like a little over a month now. Hey Sean, I'm your biggest fan from Denmark. Thanks so much for watching. Have you heard of the boy band Take That? I don't know if I have. I don't think so. I went looking for the Ghostbusters toys and scalpers got them all. Yeah, that's the problem with those Ghostbusters toys. They go like so fast. Do you use any streaming services or are you just a Blu-ray freak? No, like I mean, I watch stuff on like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, that kind of stuff. But to me, like I'm still very obsessive, honestly, with having physical copies of things. Like like if I get like a digital code or something to watch of something, to me it's like I don't even have it. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I'm just I'm really old school with it. You know that's like what I do. Movie related DVD collection. That's what I've done forever, and it's just how I always have been. So I really like to have the disc, and I also like sometimes things with streaming is it's not always there. Do you know what I mean? Like it can get taken down, or they can like Disney can go and edit things out that are kind of problematic and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff. So I really love to have the things and just know, okay, if I want to watch this, I've got it, and I have so many weird ass things. You know what I mean? Um, where are you located? I'm in San Diego. Um, the one good thing I like about your channel is your positivity. You're kind of like a version of Johnny Depp's portrayal of Ed Wood. No, yeah, I always love that Ed Wood movie too. Like I've watched Ed Wood so many times. But yeah, no, I try and be positive. Like some people in videos are like downbeat about things, and like I try not to be like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I like just like with things I review, I always try and look for something good about everything because I know how much work it takes to make a movie. And yes, some movies are really bad, and it's really hard to find anything good to say about them. But I always try to find something positive. Do you think Return to Salem's Lot and do you think Return to Salem's Lot and A Stranger is watching horror film? I guess that means do you like? Return to Salem's Lot. I haven't seen that in forever. And but Strangers Watching, I believe I remember liking that one. Hey, I blind bought Malevolence trilogy, signed by the director. Have you seen them? Yeah, no, I've watched all those ones. Those were fun movies. I also like the movie that he directed called Brutal Massacre. That one has like a movie about making a movie and has a lot of cameos and stuff like that in it. I saw you showed in your collection of signatures. Do you have a Critters figure or is that a poster? And who made it? No, I have like the I think my dad got it for me years ago at like Forbidden Planet. It's like a replica kind of Critters thing, like kind of like a Critters puppet type thing. Yeah, a lot of people have always asked me about that thing. But yeah, I've had that since I was a kid. That thing, and I do have like a little like Critters like Funko Pop kind of thing as well. If you had to pick your favorite movie of all time, what would you choose? I've said this a lot. Probably Pee Wee's Big Adventure because it's like to me it's something that I could watch again and again and again. Um, have you seen Jaws? Yeah, I've seen Jaws so many times. Do you have a man cave for all your DVDs? Yeah, I have. I have them in my like a tier of the garage. So it's like a whole room of all the movies, the TV, all that kind of stuff, all in there. Um, let's see here. What are your thoughts on the movie Awakening? And from 1980 and Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark is one that I can't believe has never had a Blu-ray release. That's a great movie though. Awakening, though, is that the one, about people in the hospital and that kind of stuff? That was the one I thought that was good, but very sad. Um, someone said, what is your go-to dance move? I don't really have like a dance. I don't really do too many like dances kind of stuff. Um, speaking of Michael Madsen, my father grew up with him in Chicago. My uncle was best friends. Oh, that's very cool. Can you can a Japan VHS tape play on a US player because I want to buy Japan Power Rangers on eBay? I don't know. I think it might. I don't think it will. I think it. I don't know if it's in the same format or not because I know Japanese DVDs and Blu-rays I believe are in the same region code as the US. So I don't know for sure if it's the same situation with VHS if the tapes will play or not. Because like if you had like a VHS tape from the UK, that wouldn't play because it's in because of the format that it's in. It's in the PAL format. Um, let's see here. Do you like Popple's live action and Mob Boss? Popple's live action, I love that. Like as a kid, I watched that movie so many times. Like that was like one of my most watched things. What's funny too is Brennan didn't even notice it. Wet Movie went in the Dollar Tree, and I couldn't believe he didn't say anything about it. They had a calendar of the Popples in the Dollar Tree. I saw in his video, and I'm like, what the hell is that doing in there? And it said 2019. I'm like, they're still producing Popples things like with the original look. Um, let's see here. Um, what do you think of Venom? I liked Venom. I know the reviews of that one were kind of mixed. Um, Wetmy said on a live stream that you turned down. He turned down a part on Butcher's Bluff. Is that true? I don't know. I don't remember hearing anything about Brennan doing anything in Butcher's Bluff. Not that I know. I don't have anything to do with like the castings of things like that. But no, I don't remember hearing anything about him doing anything in that particular one. Let's see here. Have you seen Lost Souls 2000 and The Jacket from 2005? I'm pretty sure I saw Lost Souls. The Jacket, though, yeah, I did see The Jacket from 2005. You should up your camera and effects game like John Flickinger. The quality and sound, this quality and sounds looks like it's a video from 1993. I'm just using the webcam on here. I mean, I'm not like Mr. Technical, you know what I mean? This is kind of low key. My videos, I'm not like a, you know, I don't really worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, because you're just seeing me in my room. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can't see me in its super HD sexy details, but I mean, you get the point of it. You know what I mean? Like, you see it fine. You know what I mean? Favorite Robin Williams movie? Definitely Mrs. Doubtfire is my favorite one. And then like favorite Robin Williams one that you don't hear about much. That even though it's not a great movie, I always like except for the last like 30 minutes of the movie I don't like very much, but the movie Toys. I love the music in that movie and the look of that. Let's see here. I love Teen Wolf. Yeah, Teen Wolf is a fun movie. A lot of sales right now. Twilight Time, Scream Factory, Kino, more coming from Vinegar Syndrome and Severin. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff like that right now. Do you think about the Fast and Furious 9 coming out? I know like there's all that stuff too with the theaters not playing Universal anymore because Universal wants to do release movies in theaters the same time as video on demand, which it's not a terrible. I mean like because I think they made so much money with Trolls, but I feel like that is a situation where when everything is open again, I think people will still go to the movies a lot. So but like when it comes to Fast and Furious, I've not seen all the early movies, but the last like four or so of them I've seen. Um, let's see here. Do you often get recognized in public? Um, Not too much, like in just regular places. Like I have in like Best Buy and stuff like that. Um, the most recognizing things is at Comic Con and especially the horror conventions. Those are like the main things. What's your favorite movie that you've been in? Probably Ghostquake for Sci-Fi Channel. What are your thoughts on AMC and Regal threatening to not show Universal movies? I'm sure they'll probably figure it out. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like it's like I said, I was talking about it a second ago, but it's a weird thing. What will happen with that? Hey Sean, IMDb says you appeared on a show called Grace Point 2006. How was that experience? No, I'm not in that. I have no idea how that got added on there. Like, I don't know if there's some guy that has a similar name to me, but I don't think so. I've never seen anyone else that has that name. But I just kind of left it on there because I'm like, how the hell did that even get on there? I'm like, well, I'll just leave it on there. You know what I mean? One of my favorite YouTubers Love your YouTube, your Tuesday Blu-ray shopping videos. Would you ever do the same for video games? I don't get too many video games, so I don't think I would though. So because I don't know too much about them. Hey Sean, on your say your famous catchphrase, "Oh MJ, oh and can you say that? Oh MJ, you're so good. Oh MJ, you're so good." Oh, I know. Hello from Romania. What do you think of the Marvel movies? I've seen all of them. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's really any I've missed, and I've liked all of them. Do you listen to music? Listen to music, the Dolly Dots? No, I've never. Star Wars or Star Trek? I would say definitely Star Wars. Um, did anyone hear Gabe said he has the virus? Yeah, I was talking to Brennan about that. Like, I don't know if Gabe, because Brennan says he's not sure if he's like saying that to try and get attention or he's serious or not. So who knows? I hope he doesn't. And if he does have the virus, I really hope he can, takes care of himself right and all that kind of stuff. I wish he lived back out here again so he could be kind of monitored more than out in Colorado or whatever is going on. It doesn't seem like a good situation. Um, what's the best Spider-Man movie? Um, I feel like like the new movies are the best, like quality wise, but I really do like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like I think those are the most fun of the movies. Um, what do you what will be the next Ghostbuster figure you want to get? The Peter Venkman one I'd like to try and find, and I heard too they have like the backpack and the proton pack and some of those things too apparently. So if I saw them, I just have to look and see how much money they are too. Um, thoughts on Doctor Sleep? I really like Doctor Sleep. I know the opinions on that movie were kind of mixed though. Interested in a new Jackass next year? Yeah, I've heard that they're doing that. Definitely would be interesting to see, especially them so much older now doing all those like stunts and that kind of stuff. Someone says, "Do you drink protein shakes?" No, I've never really drank protein shakes. Like I don't like too much like strong protein taste stuff because I have gotten like the protein bars and I don't love them that much. Do you think the movie Abby horror film 1974 and Spiral Staircase remake from 1975? I don't think I've seen Abby. I think I mean Abby Rose. I don't think I've ever seen Abby Horror. I don't think I've seen either of those ones. Who is the real Coolduder? Well, as far as I know, there's no other ones except me. Do you like Dragonfly and Hearts in Atlantis? Yeah, I got the Blu-ray of Dragonfly not that long ago. That's a sad movie. Same with Hearts in Atlantis. Early Anton Yelchin, the late Anton Yelchin film. Are you looking forward to Venom 2? Yeah, I'm definitely going to see that one. What other hobbies do you have? Pretty much it's just acting and collecting movies. Those are the main stuff that I do. Are you looking forward to the new James Bond movie in November for Thanksgiving? Um, I haven't seen a lot of the new James Bond's movies for some reason. For some reason, like between James Bond and you know, what am I blanking on that? The Mission Impossible movies. I always kind of like them a little more. The Mission Impossible movies, like because the ones that have been coming out recently. Um, let's see here. Do you buy any movie props or figures? I've never bought any movie props. It would be cool to, I don't have like the expendable cash to buy a lot of that kind of stuff, but no, uh, but never really have bought any. But figures, I do buy toys occasionally, like I did the video yesterday getting the Ghostbusters figure, and I get some figures, but not a ton. Let's see here. Um, let's see. So where are we now? Do you think it was a dumb movie on Universal throwing it by National Theater Organization under the bus? Do you think it was a dumb move on Universal throwing the National Theater Organization under the bus by putting Trolls 2 on streaming without consulting them? I don't know. I think it was just because Universal knows that theaters are not going to open for such a long time, and I think they just really needed some money coming in. I think all the studios kind of are doing what they can to kind of have money still coming in, so that's why they're releasing things to streaming. But it seems like Universal is the one because they've done that with a couple of their things. I think they're the ones that have angered them the most. Um, have you seen the 20th Century Fox Ghost in the Machine from 1993 with Karen Allen? I can't believe that film didn't have it on Blu-ray. I hope Scream Factory gets deserved its Blu-ray special features. Um, I think I've seen that one. I don't know for sure though. Sean, I was wondering if you have ever been asked to act in any of the Puppet Master movies. I know they did the Puppet Master movie out here, I think I was away or something like that. I didn't hear about the casting of that one, but yeah, I would love to do something with Full Moon for Puppet Masters. The only Full Moon movie that I did of theirs was the Ouija's movie, and that one was fun though because they flew me out and paid me and all that kind of stuff and put me in their hotel they shot at. So that was cool. The Hollywood Night one. Um, let's see here. Have you seen Tiger King? No, I've never watched that one. And any of you guys who came in now, like I said, I was trying out doing a live show in the afternoon. I've only ever done them in the evening and never have done one on a Saturday afternoon. But any of you guys who are new in here, I do have the super chat on. So if you guys have any super chat questions, they're a huge help to the channel and the videos. And thanks so much too to the guys who have donated the super chat today so far, though. Thanks again. Let's see here. Has anyone seen The Shed? There's two different movies called The Shed. There was this one really indie one that I reviewed recently, which I kind of liked, and then the other one, The Shed, which was like a guy who like a vampire hides out in this guy's shed, and he kind of like goes out and is killing people. That was actually pretty good though. I do have a review of The Shed up. Hey Sean, hi from Canada. Have you heard of the boy band Take That? I talked about that one. I never heard of Take That. Saturday afternoon is a great time. Yeah, I think it seems like a decent time to come on here. Let's see here. Have you seen Strange Days and Quicksilver Highway? I have seen Quicksilver Highway. That's a great anthology film. Strange Days, I think I've seen that one, but I don't remember for sure. Have you heard? I talked about that one. Let's see here. Do you like the TV show Webster and Different Strokes? I didn't watch those ones too much for some reason. Bringing back Punky Brewster. Yeah, Punky Brewster's coming back. I think it's called like Punky or something like that. Your thoughts on the new Saved by the Bell show? Yeah, I saw the ad for that. It looks interesting. And I know we're not gonna. I don't think we'll see Screech on it because nobody likes him. But Screech was he was kind of like the Urkel of the show. So it's kind of like gonna be weird to not have a goofball character in it. But I know it caused a lot of problems. That Dustin Diamond. Hey Sean, are you a fan of the new Suspiria movie? Yeah, I liked it. I thought Dakota Johnson did a good job, and always liked Mia Goth. I thought it was actually good. And I also really liked Tom York's music in it, and I liked that it went in a totally different direction because the original movie was all like really bright colors, and the color palette was real colorful, and the new one was real like dingy and negative kind of vibe, and it's cut to it. But I really did like that one. What do you think of The Wizard of Oz on 4K? I thought it looked good on 4K. Stranger Things is a great show. Yeah, no, I don't know how I've never watched that one. There's certain things that I just have not watched. Have you seen Deadly Blessings and Prophecy, the monster movie from 1979? I have seen Prophecy, and I remember liking that. I haven't seen that forever. Deadly Blessings, though, yeah, that's another Wes Craven movie that I always kind of forget about, which was really good. Would you ever do anything Donna Murph related in the future with MJ if he would be down? No, I would love to do like Donna Murph over Zoom right now, but I don't know how to contact MJ anymore. You know what I mean? Like I have a number, but if I message it, I never hear anything. So it's kind of like he vanishes without a trace from the whole world. I don't think he likes being on the internet or any of that. So he just kind of disappears. But it would be really fun to do like something with him again. But I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't know what to do. Someone says someone tell him to watch Stranger Things in Super Chat. I just watched Silence of the Lambs for the first time last night. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs is a great movie. I also really liked the the original one, Manhunter. I thought Herb kicked that teacher's ass. No, we didn't do anything like to that teacher. He threw the chalk in my eye. Kenny VHS tape from Japan. I talked about that one. Let's see here. Watched Bad Ronald last night. The movie was hella crazy. Yeah, Bad Ronald is great. That is like a must-watch movie about this crazy kid that accidentally kills this girl, and then his mother doesn't know what to do, and he hides him out in like basically she walls off the bathroom, and he hides in the walls of the house so the police can't find him, and he's just living in there, and it's a crazy movie. But someone said, what happened to Scott Jacoby, who played Bad Ronald? Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I think he retired or quit acting, but he was always great. If he didn't like Bill and Ted, he deserved to get whacked. No, I always loved Bill and Ted. Let's see here. Have you seen Golden Years? Night Digger? No, I've never seen either of those ones. I've heard of Golden Years, though. I've never seen it. Ewok movie rules. Yeah, yeah, I love those Ewok movies. Um, what's your thoughts on Going Berserk, John Candy, and A Little Sex, Tim Matheson? Um, I don't remember Going Berserk too well. I think it was like John Candy like going crazy in it or something like that. And the other one though, A Little Sex, I've never seen that one. What movie do you hate that everyone loves? I don't know if there's anything that I hate that everyone really loves for sure. Like some movies I hear people talk about a lot, like I don't like too much, but nothing like specific that comes to mind. Do you ever see yourself getting a Pee Wee bike? I had a bike, as a kid, and then like before we moved and stuff like that. But I don't know. I would always be afraid I get hit by a car riding a bike. So I don't because yeah I don't know. So I don't think I would really see myself riding a bike unless it was going like on one of those long trails. Like in Adam the Woo showed like a trail near his house in Anaheim. There's like a long thing kind of by like the LA River kind of that goes a really long distance. Like I could see myself riding a bike on something like that where it's kind of self-contained and you don't have to go on like the streets because I don't know. I'm not comfortable riding on the streets. Um, let's see here. Saturday afternoon's a great time. Um, let's see, making sure I don't miss anything. Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust? Just saw it threw me for a loop. Yeah, Cannibal Holocaust is a crazy movie. That's definitely one. And also, if you saw that, you should watch Cannibal Ferox as well. It's pretty much this very similar movie. Um, let's see here. Sean, you were special. Uh, Sean, you were special ed. Stop sugarcoating. You're old enough to admit it. No, it wasn't special ed. I was in helping classes though. I had like an assistant. I wasn't special ed though. I actually tested very high, like intelligent, if I cared to do it. But I would be so like such ADD and stuff like that that I couldn't pay attention. But no, not in actual special ed or anything like that. I was just in a class where I had like an assistant teacher because I had an IEP, where it means like if you have to have like extra time for tests and that kind of stuff. Um, let's see here. Ewoks movie rule. Would you ever put Don and Murph videos on a DVD and sell it? I don't think I could because first of all, it had a lot of copyrighted music on them, and I'd also have to have a release form from signed by MJ. So I don't think so. I think the only Don and Murph I think you guys will ever see on DVD, I think it was in Treasure Chest of Horrors 2, I believe, and it had the prom night spoof put on a DVD. So I think that's probably the only Don and Murph that will ever really release on a DVD. I'm just glad that at least one of them got on a DVD. You know what I mean? So people, at least the character can kind of live on like a physical format in some way, because like most of those have been deleted from online. Let's see here. Um, Netflix movie, The Platform, was pretty good. Yeah, no, my dad told me that he just watched that and how good that was. So I definitely need to watch that one. Do you like Penelope Spears? Wayne's World and The Little Rascals were two of my favorite movies. Yeah, both of those movies are really fun movies. I've watched, especially Little Rascals, so many times. Um, what's your best Avengers Endgame moment? Um, well, without like, I don't want to spoil anything in that because there was just like some things when you think happen and then they don't. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen Jojo Rabbit? Yeah, Jojo Rabbit, I really liked. That was one of those movies that went from the trailer. I'm gonna be honest. I saw the trailer. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this movie, and then I watched it. It was like surprisingly, really, really did like that one a lot. Have you seen Frankenstein Monster from Hell, Hammer Horror Films, and Faceless? I've not seen that one, Frankenstein Monster from Hell, but I have seen Faceless. If you mean the one, the '80s movie, that one I have seen though. Let's see here. Hey Sean, you're going to hell. Laughing out loud, joking. OCF horror joke. Hey Sean, I love love how videos and such are in the U.S. I live in Norway. Question: How do you know what movies are rare and not when doing a rare movie hunting video? Like, how do I know when a movie's rare? A lot of times, there's certain movies I kind of know offhand that are like ones that I'm always kind of looking for. Sometimes, like it's by like certain companies are always ones I want to look up. Like if I see anything from like MGM or companies that are out of business, like don't exist, I look them up, that kind of stuff. So basically, it's like a lot of times it's a mixture of things I know or things I'm ever hearing people talk about and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Do you like films from the 50s and the 60s? Like 50s movies I don't watch as many. Like 50s like Bad Seed and some things like that, but not tons of them. Have you seen Camp Cucamonga and the Endangered Species? Yeah, Camp Cucamonga I have. That's one of, when it comes to rare movies, that's a really rare DVD. I have that one. That's a great movie though, because it was like kind of like most of the people from TGIF, like acting in it, the kids from the TGIF shows at the time acting in it. But Endangered Species from '82, no, I've never seen that one. Hey Sean, big fan from Cork in Ireland here. Who's better and why? Jason, Michael, and Freddie. Out of all of them though, I think my favorite is Freddie. I don't know because I really like comedy, horror, kind of goofy stuff like that, and then probably Jason. Adam's Family 1 or 2. Um, I think the first movie is better out of the Adam's Family movies. The sequel I really I feel like the sequel is just as good, but the whole vibe to the first movie though I like a little bit better. Just the whole thing, and then like I thought Fester was really great in it, and I don't know, it's just everything about that I love, especially when Fester like comes to the door and he's like Fester, he's like Gomez. I don't know. I love that movie. Have you seen Hercules in New York with Arnold Schwarzenegger? So bad it's funny. I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever watched it. Hey Sean, do you watch Kid Behind the Camera and McJuggernauts? I watched a couple Kid Behind the Camera videos. How many Blu-rays and DVDs do you have? I don't know, probably over 5,000 now. Do you play miniature golf? I did sometimes. When it comes to miniature golf, though, I remember as a kid once I took the ball and like I was like was a little asshole little kid, and I put the ball into like one of those things, like one of those like barrel holes that like because they have how they have like those barrels and stuff like that because it was like a pirate kind of mini golf, and I dropped it inside of it, and my parents were so pissed because I was being a little asshole back then. So I don't think I've done a lot of miniature golf since then. Hey Sean, do you think about the Japanese TV shows are coming back to DVD and Blu-ray over here in the U.S. like Super Sentai and base it off Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? What do you think, Sean? I don't know. I don't follow too many like Japanese TV shows. I don't know that many of them, but I know I do have noticed though there have been more releasing though lately though, but I don't know too. I haven't seen too many of them though. Would you like to see John Hughes, Bartholomew versus Neff Scott, Sylvester Stallone, and John Candy? That film was to have been about feuding neighbors back in 1990, almost made by TriStar Pictures, but got canceled. I never heard of that movie. Favorite Alicia Silverstone movie? Probably Clueless, and then The Crush are probably two of my favorite ones. Have you watched Ozark? No, my parents watched that though. I've not seen any episodes. It'd be cool to see a reunion with Joe Franz. I don't know if Joe Franz likes me anymore though, so I don't know. We haven't talked in like 10 years. I mean, like it's been forever. So maybe, I mean, I have no problem with Joe Franz. So maybe someday. Do you like that 1987 film The Hidden? And When the Time Ran Out, The Hidden, yeah. Kyle MacLachlan was in The Hidden. I thought that was pretty good though. They have Sleepaway Camp at Walmart for $5. I haven't seen that. Is it the old Anchor Bay DVD or is it a DVD of that one? But I don't remember seeing that. Do you think that do you get the same exercise from walking than going to the gym? Not exactly. I mean, it's close. The problem is like you can't sweat too much walking. Like at the gym, I would be doing like the hill the whole time, and then I would be doing a high speed, so I'd be sweating like crazy. So that's the one thing is you don't sweat too much. That's the one thing that's different. You walk 3 times a week with your mom? Yeah, so we walk 3 times a week because that's how many times we would go to the gym. Are you going to take Bill Gates' shot? I don't know. Do you think The Abyss and True Lies will ever see a Blu-ray release? I know that like I think it's like James Cameron has to like approve them, and once he approves the transfers, then they can finally come out. Have you seen the werewolf TV show 1988? No, I've not seen that one. Is it true Michael Phelps is a kind of a butt? Yeah, I did. I went to high school with Michael Phelps. I actually went to school with him since elementary school because we were at I was at Rogers Forge Elementary, Dumbarton Middle School, and then Towson High School with him. And I knew him okay. You know what I mean? Um, like if I saw him again and like he'd probably remember me. But I remember once I sat with him at lunch and he gave me a lot of grief. You know what I mean? It was kind of like right after he came back from the Olympics, and he was kind of being a little bit of a turd. So yes, um, I would love to see a monsters animated movie. Would you think about that? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if they did something like that. Because like kind of like what they did with the new Adams Family movie. Do you use Shutter at all? I had Shutter for a little bit, but there wasn't that much on there. Like besides Joe Bob Briggs, there wasn't too much on there where I was like, well, I need to have this because I have so many of these horror movies and they don't have too many on there that like I don't have or and the fact that they release a lot of the exclusives on DVD and Blu-ray, I'm kind of like, well, I don't really need it then. You know what I mean? Like, because like stuff like Creepshow, I know I'll buy that. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, you know what I mean? Because like, you gotta have Creepshow the series next to the Creepshow movies. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing. And if you guys have any super chat questions, I'll be on here for probably like 40 more minutes. And like I said, thanks so much for the guys who have given super chats today so far. Like I said, a huge help to the channel and the videos and all that kind of stuff. Do you like Bloodspot? No, I've never seen that. Do you like Iron Giant? Yes, that I haven't watched that though in forever. Thanks for going to the stores and showing us all the movies. Yeah, no problem. Like I know it's up in the air and all that kind of stuff, with going out and some people are mad if I go out or whatever. I think some people don't like to just say as a thing like to, stay home and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like you got to go out a little bit, you know what I mean? Like and get some stuff, you know what I mean? I can't just sit in the house and never leave, you know what I mean? Like especially because like I'm one of those kind of people that I mean I knew this was not going to be like when they originally said oh things are going to close for 2 weeks. I'm like yeah, no, I knew it was going to go for a while. Let's see here. Um, do you, do You're a Legend? I'm watching City Heat with Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds. I've never watched that movie, but thanks so much. Wetway was selling rare Blu-rays and DVDs cheap from his collection. No, I know he was getting rid of a lot of different things and stuff like that. There's a thing here that says, "Can I get a shout out, please?" Yeah, it's Jacob Thomas Amazana. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, Jacob. What is your favorite movie quote? I don't know. Movie quote. There's so many different ones. I guess like one that I really like is BS artist from Greasy Strangler. Favorite found footage horror film. What are some ones that have been good lately, or like ones that I've liked? I don't know. I really don't know because so many of them, when I look back on them, they're crap. Like I don't like them very much anymore. Like I honestly like looking back at like Paranormal Activity 1. I'm like, man, what was I thinking about this movie? Like I didn't like it too much. There's a Jeremy Sisto one that was really really good, called like Hangman. That one was really good. Um, and then like I like some of the ones like Unfriended, like some of those ones. But like some of the early ones, like I said, like Paranormal Activity, I don't know why. Like looking back at it now, I'm like, man, this is boring. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why. I'm just like, this is not good. I'll admit it. I didn't like it. I look back at it at gym like 2 months ago or something. Um, they said COVID-19 would be around a few years. I hope it doesn't, go on for that long. Can you tell us the process of getting movies to review? Um, Basically, it's just all about having a YouTube channel and views. That's kind of it. You know what I mean? Like, and if people watch them and all that kind of stuff. So that's really kind of all it is just doing a YouTube channel and the views and all that kind of stuff. Um, do you think the movie theaters will go out of business? I don't know. They said AMC might, and we'll really have to see what happens with all of it. Have you seen the platform? It's pretty brutal. But no, my dad was telling me he watched it and how good that was. So I'm definitely going to watch that one. Do you have PS4? No, I do have PS4. I don't play a lot of games on it though. What music do you like? Um, like I like a lot of like synth pop kind of music, like Churches, Purity Ring, Com Cruise, and a lot of that kind of stuff. Some of them and Grimes I listen to, that kind of stuff. Um, would you ever sell your double 4K movies? I don't really have any double 4K. I don't really sell anything, especially like if it's a review copy. I never, ever. You're not supposed to or not allowed to. So I just everything I get, I keep. There's some stuff though. If it's like not the greatest, but I want to have it. I put it in a binder. So I get rid of the cases and I keep the artwork and put it into a binder because I just can't keep everything and take up so much space. What are your thoughts on the Bette Midler, That Old Feeling, and For the Boys, and Isn't She Great? Um, I don't know if I've seen those ones. Um, where do you buy Where do you buy your things at? Pretty much what you see. I mean, like the market, just Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, all that kind of stuff. Um, have you seen Dispatches from elsewhere? No, I've not seen that one. Do you watch any of your older DVDs or Blu-ray? Your older DVDs or just stick to Blu-ray? Well, a lot of stuff is only on DVD. So if it's only on DVD, I watch it. Like I don't have a problem with having a DVD of something if that's like the only format that's available on. Are you still trying to lose more weight? Um, no, I'm just trying to maintain weight, just trying to stay exactly where I am. Um, let's see here. Should Peter Jackson make another horror movie? I hope he does someday. I really liked his the horror movies that he's done. Uh, is The Last Full Measure a good movie? I didn't get to review that one because Lionsgate isn't sending physical discs. So I didn't get a code or anything to see that one, so I don't know. And it's not one of those ones I really want to blind buy. So yeah, there's some stuff that lately I just haven't been able to review because they aren't sending copies of stuff. So there would be a lot of stuff that I would have talked about. I'm sorry that I haven't reviewed as much stuff. Let's see here. Your favorite Tarantino movie? I would definitely say Pulp Fiction is probably my top favorite. Did you receive your stimulus check? No, nobody in my house got them yet. Hopefully. Someone said 420. I can't talk about that on here. Um, you're just not allowed to on YouTube. But I've talked about it a little bit, but you can't really talk about it because I don't want to get in trouble. Maybe if I went on Instagram Live or something, I would discuss it more. Hey Sean, what's up? Hope all is well. Listening to your stream while delivery driving. Thanks so much for checking it out. Do you like the 19 I mean the Fan 1981 slasher movie and Fade to Black? Yeah, the Fan, also called Der Fan, the German horror movie. That's a great movie. If that's the one you're talking about, or do you mean that there's two different ones? Because the one that's a German horror movie about this girl who was obsessed with this singer, and she like stalked him, and then the Fan was the other one about this guy who was obsessed with this actress. I think that's the one you mean, and I like that one as well. And Fade to Black, I think I heard that one would be coming to Blu-ray. Maybe I heard that. And Fear No Evil, is that one on Blu-ray? I know I liked Fade to Black though. Have you seen the mini series, The Spy with Sacha Baron Cohen? No, I've not seen that one. You aren't answering anything on here. I think I'm answering everything. I'm trying to. Are you a fan of Elvis? Ever been or wanted to go to Graceland? I know some Elvis. I don't know a lot, but I've never been to Graceland or Tennessee or anything like that. Would you ever play in a Disney movie? I don't think Disney would want me in a Disney movie. I've been too many. I think if they saw my IMDb and saw the weird ass horror movies that I'm in, they'd say nope. You know what I mean? So I don't think that would even be a possibility. But if I somehow weaseled my way into something Disney as a small part, I'd do it. Monster Mania, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, shout out. No, I used to love going to Monster Mania in New Jersey. Have you seen The Vindicator or Less Than Zero? I don't think I've seen either of those ones. Tommy Starr said, "Hey Sean, what's up?" Hey Tommy, thanks so much for watching. How'd you like Out and About 2? I thought it was okay. I thought it was kind of funny though. Brendan was saying how the opening wasn't fake with that guy running after Gabe. That guy's friends with Aaron. I mean, I can do my research too. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I said to Brendan though, if they make the third Out and About movie, just script the whole thing out and make it like plot points, like and because like I feel like the Out and About 2 doesn't have much to it. You know what I mean? Like even the first one didn't either, but the newest one, there's not too much. When he was talking about it live, I don't think he had much to say because there wasn't much to say. You know what I mean? It wasn't that much happening in that particular one. Let's see here. Can I get a shout out? Any music taste today? Found some hot movies at Dollar Tree. Yeah, and thanks so much though for watching, Jacob Thomas Almanzani. I shouted you out a second ago too. Amazing you have over 200 in your live chat. Yeah, thanks so much, guys, who have come in here. And if you guys have any super chat questions on here, the super chat is on. And like I said, I'll be on here for like maybe a little over 30 more minutes more or so. But like I said, super chats, a huge help with the channel and the videos and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate them. Let's see here. Amazing. Ever thought? What are your thoughts on the next Child's Play TV series that is coming out? I'm interested in seeing that. I mean, I've watched everything Child's Play. I've always liked them. Um, Drive Through Tuesday, yeah, like people like that I'm doing the drive through, showing the food, the drive through. So I'll keep doing that, and probably even after all this, I'll keep showing that every so often. The problem is we go to like the same food places a lot, but maybe I'll see if they call me ma'am again, because in the last one they said yeah ma'am, and they've done that to me for years. But I'm glad I finally caught it on video. Um, Ever seen Drive Through, cheesy low budget horror film? Yeah, that I think Morgan Spurlock has a cameo in that too. Um, how old were you when you first watched Cannibal Holocaust? I think I saw it on DVD the first time, so I don't know how old I was. So I don't know. I have no clue. Um, I guess like maybe like 14 or 13. Um, let's see here. What music do you listen to? Favorite book? I don't read a lot of books. What are your thoughts on Sweet Hostage and Terminal Man? Sweet Hostage is really good with Linda Blair, that and Amelia, and Martin Sheen. That's a very good one. Do you own a lot of porn? I don't think anybody owns a lot of porn anymore. I really don't. Um, let's see here. Um, where were we on here? If your YouTube videos don't focus on movies, what other content would you talk about? I don't know. Like if I didn't do anything movie related, I don't think I would do anything on this channel. I think it'd just be sort of sitting here. Because I honestly don't know, what else to do with it. Because and also too, like on this channel, the only videos that people really want to watch are the movie related ones. Like if I put up weird stuff, like showing my map collection, it's like the lowest viewed video I've ever done in my whole life on the channel. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I think it was. I think it was like, oof, nobody looked at that one. And I kind of knew when I was doing it, I'm like, no one's gonna watch this. I almost decided not to put it up, but I'm like, I'll put it up for people who care about Disney and that kind of stuff. But I just stick to movie related stuff because it's honestly the only stuff that anybody wants to watch. Let's see here. At least on this channel. Do you enjoy the movie Bette Midler, The Nanny, and the Haunted 1991 TV movie? I don't think I've seen either of those ones. What type of home theater do you have? Like I said, I just have a 4K TV and a 4K player. I don't have anything major like surround sound setup. Um, let's see here. Hey, Sean, peace and love. Um, do you watch the Nortless tapes and Alien Nation 1988 movie and River Phoenix Explorers? I've seen Explorers. Explorers is a great movie. Hopefully that one comes to Blu-ray. That'd be kind of cool if Paramount put that out in that Paramount Presents line that they started doing. Have you watched Out About 2? I talked about that. What do you think about Grave Encounters? No, I loved Grave Encounters, and they even used my review in the opening for the sequel of the Grave Encounters 2. Do you like Star 80 and Crush Groove? Yeah, Star 80 is definitely like Eric Roberts' best movie. Crush Groove, though, is a really fun movie, mainly for the Fat Boys scenes, especially when they go to Sparrow Pizza and they sing All You Can Eat. If you guys want to watch something funny, look up the All You Can Eat song from Crush Groove. Have you seen the John Candy movie, the Clown Murders? I believe I saw that one. I don't remember at all what happens. Have you ever done a commentary on a movie you acted in? I think I did for like maybe Geek War. I haven't done it for anything else. I thought about doing like a commentary kind of thing for like Haunted High or something like that. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Live chat questions is coming in fast and furious. Do you have a headache? No, I'm all right. Do you ever see the Willard remake with Crispin Glover? Yeah, the Willard remake is definitely one of my favorite, in the top like 20 remakes. Disorderlies is a forgotten classic. Yeah, Griff, Disorderlies is great. Everything with the Fat Boys, I always really liked. Did you go to the same school as Wet Movie? No, Wet Movie's a couple years older than me, and he's from out here. I'm originally from, Towson, Maryland. So I never, went out there. And I do see, I think, I don't think I answered this super chat here. I see a two live super chat. And sorry, Hammy Jammy, I didn't get to it till now. Out and about 3. Search for MJ and Gabe. Make it. No, and thanks so much, Hammy, for your super chat. Sorry I didn't get to that right away. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for who have given to the super chat. They're a huge help to the videos and the channel and everything. But yeah, that would be kind of interesting, like trying to find MJ. Like it's almost like I need to hire a private investigator to find him. But like, who knows? MJ could right now be watching this. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Did you watch Steve Guttenberg, The Man Who Wasn't There? Um, I don't think I've seen that one. Did you hear Paul Rubens is doing a live stream of himself watching Pee Wee's Big Adventure on Monday night? No, I'll have to watch it. I've seen a lot of people doing those kind of videos now. Um, like Pierce Brosnan did one recently. I'll have to watch that one though. Uh, do you like Stanley Kubrick? Yeah, no, like The Shining and Clockwork Orange. Um, have you seen Judgment Day? I mean, Judgment Night with Emilio Estevez and Dennis Leary? No, I have seen. That's a great movie. That's a super underrated one that came out finally to Blu-ray a couple months ago. And I see a $5 super chat here from Tommy Boy. Hey Sean, have you seen the platform or Netflix? If so, what do you think about it? And thanks so much, Tommy, for the super chat donation on here. No, my dad, I was saying earlier, my dad has talked about that and was telling me how good that was. So I'm definitely going to try and watch that in the next couple days because I've heard like really, really good things about that one. But thanks so much, Tommy Boy, for your $5 super chat. Um, are you a Rob Zombie fan? Yeah, I really like his movies. I followed some of his music when when he was doing it all the time with like White Zombie and everything. But movie wise, I prefer his movies. Um, did you hear? Did you watch Richard Dreyfuss Let It Ride and Compromising Positions with Susan Sarandon and Raul Julia? I've never seen Compromising Positions, but I have seen Let It Ride. That's a great movie, and with Richard Dreyfuss too. He like lives around sort of in my area, and I remember I saw him once. That one time when I broke my arm, like broke my hand, I was getting like something at the CVS, and he was in there. So that was like such a surreal thing. So I was just talking to him for a while, just about like what about Bob and all this kind of stuff. Um, do you play the movie? Did you play the Simpsons arcade game and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game? What's funny too is Richard Dreyfuss. I think he thought my dad too was Stuart Gordon because he was acting like he knew who he was. It was kind of weird. I think he thought he was talking to Stuart Gordon, so he was talking to us a lot longer than I think he normally would have. But when they said, "Did you play the Simpsons arcade game?" Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. The Ninja Turtles one I played some, but the Simpsons one I would play that all the time. And you know how they do those recreation arcade cabinets? I keep on hoping that one day they'll announce that they're going to put that out. Like a recreation of the Simpsons one. Let's see here. I'm buying the Ghostbusters. Um, let's see here. Have you gotten a YouTube? Have you ever have a YouTube channel subscribers get together? Yeah, someone's talking about that early on in the live show today, but no, I've never done that. Let's see here. Paul talked about that. Do you hate the Lawnmower Man 2 sequel? I don't remember hating it. Thumbs up, bro. I'm buying the Ghostbusters. I need them. Yeah, hopefully you're able to find those. If you guys haven't seen them, check out my video. Going to Walmart looking for the new Ghostbusters figure. I put that up yesterday, and then I have a new Dollar Tree one up as well. You guys can check out after the live stream. Hey Sean, you made an 80s and 90s favorite comedies. Will you make one for the 2000s and 2010? Yeah, I didn't realize I never did one for that. I definitely need to do more of those ones. Um, let's see here. Um, who's your favorite director? Um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm never great with like picking like top directors, so that's really tough. Um, can you say hi, Sophia, please? Well, hey, Sophia. Thanks for watching. Hey, chat. What was the name of the film he mentioned? Oh, that's Camp Cucamonga. Hey, Sean. Have you seen the movie Vamp from '86? Yeah, I have the Arrow Video one of that movie. Have you seen We're No Angels from 1989? No, I've not seen that. How much did you pay for the Egon with tax? I think it was like 16 something. I think it was 14.99 and then the tax on it. Hello from Italy. What are your thoughts about Sorrentino? I don't know what that is. How much longer you'll be on? Um, I don't know. Maybe like 20 some more minutes or so. How often do you rewatch any of your physical media collection? Well, there's certain ones that are movies that I go back and watch a lot, like stuff like It's Pat, Clifford, certain things, some of the Ernest movies. So there's a lot of movies that I go back and look at more than other ones. You a fan of Al Lewis, the Monsters actor? Yeah, no, Al Lewis is great. Is Creepshow season one coming to Blu-ray and DVD? Yeah, that comes out this month. I think in like 2 or 3 weeks. It comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, and it has a bunch of different. From what I could tell, I believe it has a bunch of features on it too. What was the first movie you saw in theaters? I don't know. For first movie I saw in theaters, like one of the first movies I remember watching was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I've never seen that on VHS. Like I think like my dad's friend used to work at a video rental store, and he used to like make duplicate tapes of things. So like I had a bad copy of it that I would watch again and again and again. Um, hey Sean, say if YouTube shuts down tomorrow, what would you do? I'd just keep doing acting. You know what I mean, like acting and things like that. And then I'd figure out another channel to put up stuff on, like where to go next. If it would be like I don't know. I'd figure something out. I hope YouTube doesn't end up, going anytime soon. Here's channel rules. Um, been grinding out safely protected like you. I mean, going out safely protected like you. Thanks for keeping physical media alive. Yeah, thank you. I try to. Like that's the whole point of the channel and the videos is really just to try and keep attention to the movies and to promote them and promote new ones and stuff that a lot of people don't know about because there's not a lot of promotion for some of these movies. There really isn't, unless it's like a big Hollywood movie. A lot of stuff comes under the radar, and even big movies with big people that nobody sees. So I really try to at least help some of these movies with attention. You know what I mean? Um, let's see here. Favorite subject, least favorite subject in school, probably math. I never really liked math very much. Do you like Dairy Queen, restaurant, fast food chain, ice cream, Blizzard? I used to get that. I haven't gotten that for a long time, like for years. There's not too many Dairy Queens in my area. There's some, but not a ton of them. But the one I used to get there, I used to always get the peanut butter sundae if I got anything there. Um, Worst films ever and why? I never am great at picking worst. One I don't like is Atomic Blonde. I really didn't like that one. Are you a fan of horror movies? Yeah, that's the main stuff I watch, like horror movies. Have you seen Jeff Daniels' There Goes the Neighborhood on VHS way back in the day? Came out in 1992. Yeah, I used to watch that as a kid. That one's really forgotten about, that movie. Greetings from Dundalk, Maryland. Yeah, hey Scott. Yeah, thanks for watching. I used to watch in Maryland Dundalk High Video Mag. They had like a Dundalk High public access show, which was like really cheesy. I used to watch that all the time. Hey Sean, should show her more when you come back home from Tuesdays. Yeah, well, I definitely will try and show them this Tuesday with whatever stuff I get. Do you think drive-ins will come back? Yeah, they've talked about that, but the problem is they'd have to rebuild a lot of them, and like a lot of them are abandoned or they use them for like flea markets and stuff like that. So it might be hard because a lot of the flea markets and some of them are really popular. So unless they like only did the drive-ins like in the evenings or something like that, oh, they have to do it in the evenings anyway. So I guess they could still do it in those places. I don't know, but it would be interesting if they did. It's a much safer way to see a movie without having to worry about, people coughing or any of that kind of stuff. So, guys, I'll be on here for like 20 more minutes. So, if you guys have any other super chat questions, get them in now. Let's see here. Is there any reason why you haven't cracked Hollywood's A list? Well, I never see myself as an A list kind of guy, more of a character actor. But I'd like to get into like at least a bigger horror movie. Maybe something Blumhouse would be like amazing. And I know a lot of people who are at Blumhouse. That's the thing that's funny, like Ryan Turek and stuff like that. I know a lot of people, and like Ryan Turek used to watch the videos. Like I met him at Comic Con years ago, and like he was telling how much he liked the video. So it's like a lot of people know. It's just kind of like I just have to like find a way to get into one and doing like having one or two lines. Like that'd be kind of cool. Do you like Halloween masks? I used to get a lot of them. I haven't bought a new mask in forever. Did you enjoy playing the video game MTV Music Generator and Theme Park Roller Coaster Tycoon? Yeah, those are the two main ones that I played. The MTV Music Generator was one where you could kind of make beats and stuff like that, and you could like sample things, sort of. Or I used to play that one all the time. And the theme park roller coaster games, those are ones I really like. Hopefully, they put out more of those kind of ones again because they haven't done them in a long time. One of my favorite movie quotes is from Bronx Tale. It's a scene when Chaz Palmenti tells the bikers to leave the bar. They refuse, so he looks at the door and then says, "You can leave. You can't leave." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Bronx Tale. Do you prefer regular burgers or turkey burgers? Well, I don't eat meat anymore, so I eat a lot of veggie burgers. What do you think? What do you do for work other than acting and YouTube? That's the main stuff that I do. Have you seen a smile like yours and a simple plan? No, I've never seen either of those ones. Um, let's see here. Do you like to get food? Amy's cheese enchiladas. I think I've gotten Amy's cheese enchiladas. If you make a YouTube review channel, how do I get free movies to review? Um, it's like I said, it's all about the views and stuff like that. So it takes a while. It took for me a long time to get people watching and all that kind of stuff. But you can't just get it if you have a channel that's like brand new. You know what I mean? It's like because especially now too, a lot of places are much more selective on who they give things to, especially some of the specific companies. Have you seen the Netflix, seen the Dark Crystal movie on Netflix? I've seen Dark Crystal, but I've never seen the new series though. Favorite, let's see, if you make, you, you are, you are watch rare movie The Rescue, 1988. I've not seen that one with Kevin Dillon. Um, are you friends with your family? Yeah, I live with my family, so like, yeah, we all get along and everything like that. Why does Wetmui keep lying about saying you only blocked him? I don't know. I think I'm still blocked on his Twitter and a couple of things. It was like a mutual block thing, but I don't even worry about it anymore. It's like one of those weird like water under the bridge kind of things. Can you buy a puppy? I don't know if we'll ever get another dog because we have our Cavalier King Charles dog Lulu, and I don't think she would ever want another dog. She's real like kind of like to herself kind of thing. Like real and like if you don't give her attention, she barks at you and like and sneezes and all this kind of stuff. Um, let's see here. Who orders the cheeseburgers plain? Well, that is because we heat up the food later. Because a lot of times the food we get, some people when they get food, they just get it and like throw it in their gullet and they gullet right away. You know what I mean, like that. We like eat it like over days. You know what I mean? And put it in the refrigerator and all that kind of stuff. Do you like Lady Gaga? Like I liked her new song, the newest one she did. Um, thoughts on Nostalgia Clinic critic. Thoughts on the Nostalgia Clinic critic. I've seen some of his videos. Um, have you seen The Town That Dreaded Sundown and Doctor Detroit? Yeah, I think I heard too. The Town That Dreaded Sundown Blu-ray from Scream Factory is going out of print soon. They only have a few left. And Doctor Detroit, I have seen that. That was a fun Dan Aykroyd movie. Let's see here. We're in the same movie, Bloody Nun. I play Logan. Hope you're doing well. Oh, hey Matt. Yeah, that's cool that you're in that. We're both in that movie. Do you have a movie you watch every Christmas? Usually, like ones I would watch Christmas are like Jingle All the Way and Home Alone 1 and 2. Do you enjoy Bringing Out the Dead or Lassie 1994? Um, Lassie 94, I believe I saw that. Bringing Out the Dead was a great, um, Nicolas Cage movie. What horror movie film still scares you? I think Still Session 9 is pretty creepy. Do you like Midnight Meat Train? Kind of an underrated horror movie with Bradley Cooper. Yeah, that's a really great movie. I really like that one. What's your top three Nicktoons? Probably Rugrats, Rocco, and Ren and Stimpy are probably like the top ones. Did you watch SpongeBob? Yeah, I have like that set. It's like the top 200 episodes. Someone says, ever thought about Patreon? Yeah, I've thought about that. Like if like when things open up again, like maybe I would someday see myself having a Patreon, but for not like for general videos, but for just like to do like travel kind of things, to document things for you guys, like going to video rental stores, going down to weird thrift stores and do movie hunting kind of videos in other states and maybe going to other conventions out of state, some of that kind of stuff. I feel like if I did a Patreon, the only way I would see the reason for doing something like that would be to do videos that I wouldn't be able to afford to do otherwise, which would be leaving the state and like flying to places. So basically it would be just to 100% just to cover the flight, cover the hotel, cover that kind of stuff. So if I ever did something like that, I might sometime too try and do like a put together a movie because I've helped out, help promote fundings for some projects and stuff like that, acting roles and stuff like that, Kickstarters and that kind of stuff. So I could see myself doing something like that for a project where I'm behind it, where it's my movie, where I'd be like directing it and that kind of stuff. So I could see myself trying something like that, but I'd have to with that have like a team together who would help me and all that kind of stuff. Have you talked to Brendan Novak lately? No, I haven't talked to him in forever. Do you like? And I never really had his number and stuff. I kind of just knew him through Joe Franz. Let's see here. So I'm probably be on here about 10 more minutes, guys. So if you guys have any other super chat questions, like I said, about 10 more minutes or so, I'll be on here. Maybe a little longer, but probably around 10 minutes. So I like to usually get to about 2 hours and sometimes a little bit over. Have you seen Summer of '84? Yeah, I reviewed the Summer of '84, and that was a great movie. Are you going to be in any movies soon? Yeah, like a lot of different stuff. Once things open, I'm going to be shooting Butcher's Bluff and Crave Roots of Evil, Strix, Clown Motel 2. So a lot of different things coming up, like a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see here. Favorite Are You Afraid of the Dark episode? Probably the one that always it scares me too is the one with the bike. That one and the clown nose one I always really liked. But the bike one always creeped me out. That was one I always really liked. Um, when you met Wet Movie in real life, what did you talk about and what did you do? Well, the first time I met Wet Movie in real life was at San Diego Comic Con. And we actually met. It was kind of awkward because we only talked online. So like seeing each other in person was definitely kind of a weird thing to someone when someone you kind of talk to and you never saw each other in person. I see a $10 super chat here from Albert Ward. I don't see a question, but thanks so much, Albert, for your $10 super chat. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats. A huge help to the channel and everything. But thanks so much, Albert. Let me scroll down too, just to make sure he didn't ask anything, because sometimes people ask it afterwards. I don't see anything, but thanks so much, like I said, Albert, for your super chat donation to the channel. Let's see here. I'll try and get through these quickly so I can get through stuff. Worst thing about going to theme parks? Probably like the worst thing is just the crowds. But I know when they open them up again, apparently, from what I heard, they're going to have like 50% capacity, so it will be a lot less busy. Let's see, have you? So I talked about that. You and Wet Movie still hang out. When things open up again, I'm sure we probably will at some point, but I don't know where for what because there's not a lot of events. Let's see here. Talked about that one. I talked about the movies. Do you like Three from Hell? I love it. Yeah, I know some people didn't like Three from Hell, but I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. I love Devil's Rejects, so I thought Three from Hell was great. I wish the late Sid Haig could have been in a little more, but I know he wasn't doing so well, so it was kind of like I was just glad they were able to get him in at all, like the way they figured out how to do it. When you met Wet Movie, I talked about that. Are you a fan of Josie and the Pussycats TV show cartoon? I've seen the movie. I never really watched the cartoon though. Just seen Invasion from Mars on Netflix. It doesn't seem to have aged too well. How do you feel about it? Invasion from Mars, is that the Toby Hooper movie? I think that's what that was. I remember liking that one. Have you seen the Matt Lucas Baked Potato Coronavirus song? No, I haven't seen that. I saw the Little Britain reunion thing that they did though. How did you move to California? Why did you move to California? We were, originally in Towson, Maryland. We just kind of moved for a change because, like, we used to always come to San Diego for Comic-Con, and we always really liked it out here. So it was kind of like we had no family left or anything like that. So it's kind of like there was nothing kind of holding us to Maryland anymore. What do you really think of Mortal Kombat? I mean, I played the games as a kid and loved them, but I didn't, and the movies, though, I thought the movies were okay. Let's see here. Can you tell me about how you remember the movie, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking? Watch out, world, because here she comes. No, I loved Pippi Longstocking, the New Adventures one. That was a movie I watched as a kid so many times. Like, oh my God, that was probably one of my most watched tapes. Thoughts on AMC show Dispatchers from Elsewhere? I've not seen that one. Can you make a video about the kind of music you like? If you would, perhaps discuss types of music. well, I kind of talk about them on here because I know nobody would watch it. You know what I mean? Like there's certain videos, like I said, like when I put up the Disney Maps video, I knew nobody was going to look at it. So like I try not to put up too much stuff that no one wants to watch. Whatever happened to Max, and why'd you delete the rainy day fun video with Max? Um, I had to take that down because it had a copyrighted song. And it was before YouTube let you remove the song. Now you can mute the audio on something, but yeah, we played some goofy song in the car or something, and it gave it a copyright claim, so I had to take it down. I think that's one of the only vlogs I ever had to remove. And there might have been one other one though, and I put up on YouTube, on Facebook for a little bit. But then, like MJ said, can you not have that on there? This was 2 years ago. It was like I don't want people to think that's how I am anymore. Back to the Future 1 or 2, um, probably part 2, just because I like it a lot more about it. Even though the first one's a better movie, I think part 2 is the one I like to watch a little bit more. Let's see here. Um, I like your channel. How do you feel about The Walking Dead? I've only watched a couple episodes of that. Do you have a CD or physical music collection? I haven't bought new CDs in forever, but I do have like a big binder of probably like 500 of them. So I have a ton of them from throughout the years, but I haven't bought a new CD in forever. Um, have you seen After Hours or Perfect with John Travolta? I know I've seen Perfect. I don't think I've seen After Hours. Hey man, with over 2,000 folks watching, sure seems like more like button smashing should be happening. Am I right? Also, do you hate the Nightmare on Elm Street remake as much as I did? No, I don't like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake very much. I mean, it's like maybe I should watch it again because I only saw it in theaters the one time. But I never say in the videos, like the live shows, to like the video. If you guys want to, though, you guys can like it. Give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I'll be on here a little bit more though. Like I said, if there's any other super chats on here, I'll be on here for a little bit. Um, let's see here. Have you seen Pound Puppies or Legend of the Big Paul? Yeah, Pound Puppies I watched, um, as a kid a lot. Let's see here. Did you watch Lost and Dexter? I never watched Lost. I did watch Dexter though. I watched like the first couple seasons of that. And then the one cop guy, the one character that died, once he died, I was kind of like, okay, I'm done with the show. Like, I really liked that guy in the show, and I was like really mad when he was gone. I was like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like, there's some shows like that, or if like a character gets killed off or something, you kind of like don't want to watch anymore. Let's see here. What do you think of the Tales from the Dark Side TV series? That's a really fun anthology series. Hey, Sean, how many horror films do you own in your collection? He says, I have owned over 5,000. I mean, over 3,000. I'm probably similar to that kind of amount. What's the biggest budget movie you've been in? I don't know. No one ever like tells me the budget of some of them. So like the sci-fi ones, I have no idea what the budgets of those are. It's got to be relatively higher because of the amount of money that they pay people a day, and then like having the trailers and all these locations and all the effects work and everything. So I don't know for sure. But I think Dead End is probably the highest budget one. But like again, I don't know what the budget was, and I didn't really want to ask Ron Carlson and say how much is the budget because it's kind of it's a weird thing to ask. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. Would you think of Tales from the Dark? I talked about that one. Have you seen The Lighthouse? The Lighthouse is great. It's a very very weird movie, but it's a great one. Will you ever introduce us to your girlfriend? I don't have one, Cletus. If I had one, but even if I did, I don't even know if she would be in the videos or whatever because sometimes the comments can be weird. Have you seen Weekend at Bernie's 2 or Guarding Tess? I've not seen Guarding Tess, but I have seen Weekend at Bernie's 2. I love that movie, especially the music in it. Have you seen Climax, the Gaspar Noir film? No, yeah, that's a great movie. It's a really crazy, like, kind of like trippy thing about like everything kind of falling apart at the same time, but I really like that one. Thoughts on Red Letter Media? I don't look at that channel too much. That one guy, Will something or other, live streamed your out and about videos and made fun of you and complained how much you was risking your health of people. He has it monetized, so he's making money off of you. No, that guy, he's talked about me and Brennan a lot. Do you like Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I haven't seen like when it came to the Hobbit films. I haven't seen many of those ones. I only saw like the first one, but the Lord of the Rings films I did. I've seen all those ones and like them. Are you familiar with Shane Carther, Prime or Upstream Color? No, I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but I am familiar. What are your thoughts on the movie called Midnight Hour TV movie and A Night in the Life of Jimmy Redrun, River Phoenix. I've not seen the River Phoenix one. Midnight Hour is one that those out of print ones I'm always trying to find. Like hopefully someday I'll finally come across that one. Like I have not had much luck at all finding that. Like that's one of those ones me and Danny were always looking for. Trying to find that one. Let's see here. Um, have seen Man's Best Friend. I've seen Man's Best Friend. Vice Squad. I don't believe so. Do you like Marshmallow Pizza Restaurant and movie Pulse? The 1988 film Pulse. Yeah, I do like that movie a lot. I believe I have a review of that one up. I'm making a movie with friends at Vice. I guess just just with when it comes to making a movie, just kind of like write it so you know what you have in your means to get. Like if you have people that you can get to do it, if you have certain locations that you can film, if you can film at your house, or you can film at a friend's house, or if a friend's has business that you can shoot at, and that kind of stuff. Kind of write the whole script around what you have, so you don't have to spend a whole ton of money on like locations and all that kind of stuff. Did you watch Terror Tract with John Ritter and Cabin by the Lake and sequel Return to Cabin by the Lake? I know I have the Cabin by the Lake movies. I've never watched them. Tract with John Ritter though, that's a great movie. That's on the I still have that because it was on the double feature Blu-ray with Cherry Falls. I mean, double feature DVD with Cherry Falls, and they released Cherry Falls from Scream Factory. I was like, man, I wish they would have released Terror Tract as well. Let's see here. Have you played Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I played the Mortal Kombat game, growing up. Do you still hang out with MJ years? MJ? No, I haven't seen MJ in almost 9 years now. Have you seen Reindeer Games or Freddy Got Fingered? Yeah, Reindeer Games. I remember people really didn't like that movie back in the day. I always liked that film a lot. And the other one, what was the other one there? Let's see now. What was the other movie? Who's asking? Freddy Got Fingered. Yeah, Freddy Got Fingered. I've watched that so many times. And I like that movie. I always a fan of Tom Green though. Um, did you really like The Hideaway and Magic in the Water? I don't think I liked Magic in the Water too much. Hideaway though, with Jeff Goldblum was good. Are you close to Disneyland? I'm about like in good traffic. It takes like maybe 50 minutes, 55 minutes, like in really good traffic to get there. Are there movies being released that you are looking forward to renting? Um, I don't rent too much stuff. I kind of like risk it and buy it a lot. So like, but renting coming up, I don't know what coming up I'd be renting. What are your thoughts on Mrs. Winterbone and Seventh Sign? Seventh Sign, I think is okay. I don't love that movie. I haven't seen the other one though. What are your thoughts about Scoob going to digital instead of theaters? Yeah, it looked kind of fun though. It's a shame though, but I understand why. It's gonna. I think it would probably do better digital anyway. Do you remember the movie of yours that played on Chiller and on DirecTV? Yeah, on Chiller they played two different movies. They played Banshee, and they also played Assault of Sasquatch. Can you do a cooking video? Um, I don't cook too much. Maybe I'll do one, but I don't know if anybody would watch it. I don't know if anybody cares. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, can you raise up your volume? I've been trying to turn it up more. Maybe I'm not talking as loud as I should. Wetway One moving. He already moved to a new area. What have ride earthquake theme? Yeah, Universal had an earthquake ride. Let's see here. Ever watched Beastmaster from '82? I don't think I've ever watched that. I miss your favorite types of movies videos. I like doing those ones, but it drives my OCD insanely crazy by taking all the movies off the shelf and trying to put them back. So I now when I do them, I just kind of pull the movies out and then show them that way, because like having to move them all around like that drives me totally crazy. What's the most mainstream movie you've been in? Probably the sci-fi movies, and then some of them got a lot of attention though, like Girls Gone Dead. That back when that release got on Netflix and Howard Stern talked about it, so it got a lot of attention. Did you like the Three Stooges movie? Yeah, I love the Three Stooges movie that the Farley brothers did. I know it's really not a great movie, but I like it. It's really goofy. So I guess now that's probably all for the show, for the live show. And I'll be on here tomorrow night too on Sunday. So I'll come on probably like like 11 or something like that my time tomorrow night. So definitely stay tuned for that. And thanks so much, guys, who have come in here. And thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.